Okay, let's just get right to it. For the last 70 years, marketers have all been using the same set of rules. But that playbook, the one we've all been taught, it's now officially obsolete. I mean, it is broken. What worked even last year isn't just a little less effective today, it's actually holding you back. We are in a brand new era, and the people who are going to win in 2025 will be the ones who get that the game has completely changed. I want you to really think about this quote for a second. Let it sink in. It seems simple, right? But this one idea, it changes absolutely everything. For decades, reach was just something you bought. You had a message and you paid a ton of money to shove it in front of people. But today, the quality, the sheer thumb-stopping power of your creative, that is what drives your reach. It's a massive shift in power from the person with the biggest wallet to the person with the best ideas. And this shift is perfectly captured by just flipping the old marketing model completely on its head. For decades, we lived in a world of paid, then owned, then earned. You'd spend money on ads to drive people to your website, and then you just cross your fingers and hope for some word of mouth. Today, it's owned, earned, then paid. You create amazing stuff on your own platforms, you earn attention because it's genuinely good, and only then do you use paid ads to amplify what you already know works. So let's really break down what this new era looks like. Getting this is so critical because using the old playbook today is like trying to navigate New York City with a map from 1950. You're just going to get lost and, frankly, waste a fortune getting nowhere. Here it is. This is the core of the whole shift. We are no longer in the social media era. I know that sounds weird, but that term implies that everything is driven by your social connections, who you follow. But that's just not how it works anymore. We are now, full stop, in the era of interest media. Let me explain what that really means for you. The biggest platforms on the planet, we're talking Meta, Google, TikTok, they're all built on these incredibly smart algorithms designed to do one thing: serve you content you'll actually find interesting, whether you follow the creator or not. Their entire business model depends on keeping your attention. And this is amazing news for us. It means your reach is determined by how relevant and high quality your content is, not by how many followers you have. You could literally start an account with 0 followers today and get millions of views tomorrow if your content hits the mark. Let's just be real for a second about the old playbook. For 70 years, the model was pretty simple. Come up with some campaign in a boardroom, and then spend an absolutely ungodly amount of money to disguise the fact that the creative itself was probably mediocre. You are just forcing mediocrity on the world through sheer budget. That model is completely and totally broken. Today, your media dollars should have one single purpose: to amplify creative that is already proven to be good. The audience tells you what's good, not the execs in the boardroom. Your paid media should be like gasoline on a fire that's already roaring, not a desperate attempt to light a soaking wet log. So, if the old metrics like impressions and potential reach are basically useless now, what do we replace them with? We need a new North Star, right? A single source of truth that tells us, without a doubt, if what we're making is actually working. Now, this might be a tough pill for some people to swallow, because for so long, good creative was just subjective. It was about what the CMO liked, or what fit the brand guidelines, or what might win some fancy award. We have to get past what we think is clever and start focusing on what the market proves is effective. Good creative is no longer an opinion. For the first time in history, we can actually measure creativity objectively. The market tells us, in plain black and white, what's good and what's not. There's no more hiding, no more debating. It all boils down to one single, beautifully simple number. And that number, your new North Star, is organically earned views. It really is that simple. If your content, when you post it without any paid promotion, doesn't get views, the creative has failed. It doesn't matter what your boss thinks. It doesn't matter what your agency says. If people don't voluntarily watch it, it's just not good. It's the ultimate meritocracy, and the market is the only judge. And listen, this is not about chasing vanity metrics or trying to go viral for the sake of it. There is a direct value chain here. Earning views organically proves your content is relevant. That proven relevance creates real consideration, and that consideration leads directly to tangible business results. It's a straight line from views to value. This isn't just a theory. We see this play out every single day. We worked with a laxative brand. Yeah, a laxative brand that would normally get maybe a few hundred views. Well, one piece of organic content they made got 36 million views. Their sales rank on Amazon went through the roof. A casual dining chain has one viral moment, and suddenly their restaurants are packed. When content gets millions of organic views, sales almost always follow. The link is undeniable. Period. Okay, so now that we know the goal is organically earned views, the big question becomes, how do we actually do it? This isn't magic, it's a craft. So let's get tactical. Let's break down exactly how you create content that people actually choose to watch. You have to burn this into your brain. The entire game is won or lost in the first 3 to 5 seconds. In a world of infinite scrolling, you have this tiny, microscopic window to earn someone's attention. Mastering the art of the hook is the single most important skill in marketing today. Nothing else even comes close. So here's a simple, repeatable formula for creating hooks that actually work. First is the context lean. You establish the topic and get the viewer to lean in with an idea they can relate to. Second, the scroll-stop interjection. You use a word like but or however that basically acts like a stun gun for their thumb. And third, the contrarian snapback. You hit them with an opposite perspective that just shatters their expectations and creates this irresistible curiosity loop. But here's the thing, a great spoken hook isn't enough on its own. For a hook to truly land, these 4 elements have to be in perfect alignment. What they see, what they hear you say, the text on the screen, and the audio or music, it all has to work together to deliver one single clear message. Any misalignment causes confusion, and the second someone is confused, they scroll away. Alignment is how you achieve comprehension at lightning speed. So, you've landed the hook. You've earned those first 5 seconds. That is a massive win. But it's not the whole game. Now, you've got to keep that attention by crafting a story that's not just interesting, but is genuinely addictive. Addictive content is not an accident. It's actually engineered to trigger a dopamine response in our brains. And that response is really driven by 3 key factors. First, value. Is this useful or is it entertaining? Second, relevance. Is this specifically for me and my interests? And third, contrast. Is it surprising? Does it challenge what I thought I knew? The bigger the contrast, the bigger that dopamine hit. You know, great storytelling isn't just a straight line. It's more like a dance between context and conflict. You set the scene, therefore this happens. You build a world the viewer can understand. But then you introduce a problem, a challenge, some kind of tension. That therefore, but rhythm is exactly what keeps a narrative moving and prevents it from just becoming a boring list of facts. And beyond just the structure, your delivery matters so much. You can create this really engaging rhythm by varying your sentence length. Go short and punchy, then get a little longer and more descriptive. And most importantly, speak like you're talking to a friend. A conversational tone completely breaks down that fourth wall and makes the viewer feel like they're in a one-on-one conversation with you, not like they're being sold to. Okay, let's bring all this strategy together into a concrete plan. This isn't just some stuff to think about. This is a plan you can literally start putting into action tomorrow to absolutely dominate in 2025.
Here are your non-negotiables. Number 1, you have to adopt the owned, earned, paid mindset. 2, make organic views your single source of truth for everything. 3, and this is a big one, do not spend a single dollar on media until a piece of creative is validated organically. 4, reallocate 20% of your entire marketing budget to social creative production. 5, master the craft of the 3-second hook. And finally, number 6, commit to creating a high volume of relevant creative. That's how you win at scale.
You know, this all comes down to one really tough question you need to ask yourself. Is your marketing budget amplifying creative that the world has already told you is great? Or is it just disguising mediocrity, forcing a message nobody cares about onto an audience that doesn't want to see it? The answer to that question is going to determine your success in 2025. If you found this framework valuable, do me a favor and share this explainer with a colleague, an entrepreneur, or anyone you know who needs to stop wasting money and start winning.